What's going on, guys? What's going on, Chai Squad? What's going on, everybody? So, can Brittney Griner lead the dream to a championship? Can she help the dream win a championship? We know that um that that the dream she's going to a dream team with she's going to a dream team that has Alicia Gray. The dream did make the playoffs last year. And after 11 seasons, after playing with one of the great players in the WNBA, in Tarasi, and Brittney Griner was one of those top free agents. I think Brittney Griner, like a 10-time All-Star, a 10-time like with Brittney Griner going to the Dream, she's going to the East Conference. Like, you have to watch out for it. You have to figure out how to beat the Minnesota Lynx. The Minnesota Lynx. The Fever, the Chicago Sky, the New York Liberty, the champs, the New York Liberty that are the champs, the Las Vegas Aces, the Aces. You have to figure that out. And having somebody like Alicia Gray, who the dream built around, and now you're adding Brittney Griner, makes a lot of sense here. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because playing 11 seasons at one place and being a 10-time All-Star, Brittney Griner and Alicia Gray can create. Let me get the elephant out of the room. Brittney Griner and Alicia Gray can create their own shot, can hit easy money buckets. And now that you add Brittney Griner, that's a championship team. And let me get the elephant out of the room again. More people should tune in to the WNBA because these players need to get paid more, and all the WNBA players can hit easy money buckets, can get easy money assists. A 10-time All-Star won a championship with the Mercury, 11 seasons. I think this is a good signing for a dream team. Because now the dream has the best odds to win a championship with Brittney Griner. And I think we all know what Brittney Griner brings to the team and to a team like the Dream or a team like the Mercury. I think when we look at the Dream, it's going to be kind of interesting because the Dream got knocked out of the playoffs last year. Let me get that over. They got knocked out of the playoffs last year. And when you look at them adding somebody like Brittney Griner, who won a championship, who's a 10-time All-Star, and now the Dream has a chance to. Now the Dream has has a better odds this year to win a championship, that just shows that Brittney Griner is going to hit a lot of easy money buckets. Alicia Gray is going to hit a lot of easy money buckets. And you got a team around. You got a team around those two. And let me say this: the WNBA players. Let me get that off here. The WNBA players are balling out. They can ball. They can hit easy money buckets. More people should pay attention to the WNBA and what these WNBA players are doing. Because it's like with Brittney Griner going to the Dream, she's going to the East Conference. Like, you have to watch out for it. You have to figure out how to beat the Minnesota Lynx. The Minnesota Lynx. The Fever. The Chicago Sky. The New York Liberty. The champs. The New York Liberty that are the champs. The Las Vegas Aces. The Aces. You have to figure that out. And having somebody like Alicia Gray, who the Dream built around, and now you're adding Brittney Griner, makes a lot of sense here. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because playing 11 seasons at one place and being a 10-time All-Star, Brittney Griner and Alicia Gray can create. Let me get the elephant out of the room. Brittney Griner and Alicia Gray can create their own shot, can hit easy money buckets. And now that you add Brittney Griner, that's a championship team. And let me get the elephant out of the room again. More people should tune in to the WNBA because these players need to get paid more, and all the WNBA players can hit easy money buckets, can get easy money assists. It seemed like it was probably time for a change. Like, you played, like, when Brittney Griner was drafted by the Mercury, won a championship with the Mercury, played with one of the greatest players ever in Taurasi. And now she's going to a dream team, that that made the playoffs last year with Alicia Gray and a team around Alicia Gray. And I think the Dream, they do have a good team going into it. I think when you add Brittney Griner to that roster, like, you know what Brittney Griner can do. And I'm just going to say this: is that it's I'm 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 happy to see Brittney Griner play basketball again. Like, more people should pay attention to the WNBA. More people should pay attention to the WNBA because with this signing, this isn't surprising. We know that this was Brittney Griner's first year as a free agent. Let me get the elephant out of the room. let me get the elephant out of the room. We knew that this was going to be Brittney Griner's first year ever being a free agent. And I get that. I said it before. I said something like this before. That the WNBA players need to get paid more. They just need to get paid more. But Brittney Griner signing with the Dream, it seems like signing with the Dream, it seems like what you're saying is, okay, we got Brittney Griner, we got Alicia Gray, we got a roster around them. But the other thing is, like, who are the Dream going to draft in the WNBA draft? Because this signing is great. Because, like, Brittney Griner, you know what she's going to do. What she's going to do for the Dream. We already know that. Because when we look at that from a standpoint, she played with one of the greatest players of all time. With Taurasi in Phoenix. She won a championship with Phoenix. So after 11 seasons, like, it's time for a change. Let me get the elephant out of the room. It's time for a change. And this signing for the Dream makes them the better odds, has the better odds for, or making them the better odds for a championship team. They have the better odds right now to win a championship because you have to get past the New York Liberty, the Aces, the Indiana Fever, who's coming up with Caitlin Clark, the Chicago Sky, who got Angel Reese. This signing isn't surprising. Because this was Brittney Griner's first time as a free agent, played 11 seasons, and let me get the elephant out of the room. I just want to say this, is that I have to give a lot of credit to Brianna Stewart and Clover for creating that free-on-free league. Because we know that Brittney Griner is playing in it right now. And I think that's a good decision by the WNBA, by them to not let WNBA players go and play overseas. But I just wanted to get the elephant out of the room. But after 11 seasons, with the Dream, Brittney Griner is now, after 11 seasons with the Mercury, Brittney Griner is now going to, after being in 11 seasons with the Mercury, a 10-time All-Star, to see Brittney Griner after 11 seasons with the Mercury go to the Dream and team up with Alicia Gray, who put her team in the playoffs last year. But here's the other thing, too. You have to watch out for it. You have to figure out how to beat the Indiana Fever with Caitlin Clark, the New York Liberty, the Champs, the Aces, the Chicago Sky. You're going to have to, the Minnesota Lynx, you're going to have to figure out how to beat those kind of teams. And I think with Brittney Griner signing there, that gives, she could lead, her and Alicia Gray can lead them to a championship. Because they got a good roster around them. And like I said, both of these players can hit easy money buckets, can create their own shot, can create their own easy money bucket shot. And like I said before, let me get the elephant out of the room. The WNBA players need to get paid more, and I'll give a lot of credit to Brianna Stewart and Claudia for creating a free-on-free league for the WNBA players to not go play overseas and play in a free-on-free league, which we know that Brittney Griner is in right now. But it's just interesting to see Brittney Griner on the Dream, and now she put the Dream as the better odds to win a championship. And I definitely think she can do that. The Dream can win a championship either this year or next year or the year after that. Because when you look at that, you can say that the Dream has Alicia Gray, and then they built a team around her before Brittney Griner got there. And now you add Brittney Griner. Like, this team could win a championship this season or next season. Because, like I said before, you gotta watch out for it. You gotta figure out how, let me get the elephant out of the room. You gotta figure out how to beat the New York Liberty, the Aces, the Fever, the Chicago Sky, all of those teams. And Brittney Griner is now in the East Conference. The East Conference. Let me get the elephant out of the room. Brittney Griner is in the East Conference and not in the West Conference anymore. So with Brittney Griner signing there and joining that team, it makes a lot of sense. But it's a 1-year deal, like, for Brittney Griner. It's a 1-year deal for Brittney Griner. But a 10-time All-Star finishing 11 seasons, and now signing with the Dream, and now giving them a chance to win a championship, making them a championship contender, is very interesting to see. But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there. And stay blessed, everybody. And peace.